Hey guys, what's up? Mysterious Man Toby coming at you with another video. In advance, sorry for the lack of editing. This video actually would have had a lot more editing, but due to some unforeseen difficulties, I've been trying to set up something and I wasn't able to get this video the way that I could have made it. It just would have had a little bit more, to it. But I wanted to get the information out because the information is actually more important. So I decided to upload it anyway. And yeah, right now I'm just messing around in training mode. So I tried to actually, fun fact before we get into the meat of the video, I tried to actually do this while fighting a guy, and it was too hard because I was like, I don't know, I had to focus because he was just mashing. And then sad story, round one he won by awakening. Oh, what a surprise. He was losing. It was funny, I was barely paying attention. He got like a bar and a half down on me, and then I ran it back, and then he went into awakening and beat me. And then round two he started troll spinning and let me take the round from him, I guess, because I guess that's what you do nowadays. I don't know. I guess when you feel like you're better than someone, you just let them have a round because they quote unquote need it. So he let me have that round. And then he proceeded to just mash out the third round, but he won. So I guess good games to him. I mean, I think that's what he wanted. I think that's the response he wanted, that he's good. So kudos, man, you're good. Anyways, on to what really matters. So I was on Twitter, and I follow Playco Armboy. For those of you that don't know, Playco Armboy, well-respected member in the community, plays the game a ton, knows a lot of crap. Just basically, this is how I'd like to think of him. Basically how I am about Storm 2, where I just know every little facet of the game, is how he is about Storm 4. He knows every little facet of the game because he's just played it so much. So basically, Playco Armboy, there's this thing on Twitter where a guy asked, if a new Naruto game came out, what would you like to see about that new Naruto game? You know, what features would you like to make it in? And basically what he said was, he said that basically it wouldn't matter, or it would be fine, so to speak. This isn't verbatim, but essentially to the effect of, even if we got a new Storm game, we'd still have the problem that is the community. And so this video is about the vulnerability, the biggest vulnerability of the community, the Storm community. And you know, I've been in the Storm community for what, 8 years now, ever since Storm 2. And gosh, it's changed so much since then. So many people have left, so many people have joined. So yeah, and I totally agree with him. You know, the reason why Storm 4 is not in as good of a light competitively as it should be right now is honestly just because of the community. You know, I feel like tournaments aren't held as consistently as they should. And again, it's not up. Another thing, this is actually, I'm actually going to bring in Afro Senju. He uploaded a video a while back that said there's no I in community, and he's absolutely right. I guess people were getting on to him about his decisions regarding Naruto and whatnot, but he's absolutely right. There's no I in community. The Afro Senju can't do it alone, you know? And I completely agree with that. You know, there's just the issue of people being toxic in the community, which is, don't get me wrong, being toxic is something that plagues every community, but there's something about the toxicness in the Naruto community that's just, I don't know, it's odd, because it's like, there are people who put a ton of time into this game and are really toxic in the community, and it's like, do you not understand that, you know, let's actually be real. Like, let's, you know, take a step back and be real with the situation of Storm. You're not making any money off of it. You're not gaining anything brand-wise, for the most part. So why are you trying to close off whatever's left of the community, essentially? It's just like when I made a how to tilt video a year ago, and I got people saying, oh, why are you making a how to tilt video? People should know how to do this, blah, 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 blah. But, you know, that's the kind of thinking that we don't need in the community, because there are people that actually found a video useful. There are people who couldn't tilt. I don't know why they couldn't tilt. I don't know why they couldn't, you know, do this, but they couldn't. And the video helped them. And maybe that was the make it or break it point for them joining the community. Maybe people join the community because they learn how to tilt. And so people don't understand. Call of Duty competitive isn't growing because more people are getting into the game competitively, albeit yes, more people are getting into the game competitively, it's growing because spectators continue to keep coming. They continue to keep dumping their money into the scene, and more people are dumping their money into the scene, and it's pumping the competitive scene and allowing for that expansion. That's how competitive scenes thrive. The Overwatch competitive scene wouldn't be anything if it wasn't for the people viewing. Imagine if no one viewed Overwatch, then it wouldn't have what it has right now. It wouldn't have a league with teams named after popular cities in our country. You know, like I know there's the Houston Rockets. I'm not in too deep with Overwatch, but that's about all I know. And so my point is that, you know, maybe be a little bit more kind to the people that are just genuinely wondering, hey, you know, how do you do this? How do you do that? Or when there's someone new, maybe bother actually playing with them, teaching them, because, you know, at the rate this game is going, with the way the community is, you know, it's not gonna go anywhere. It's only going down. It's only declining. And so essentially, that's not good. You know, nothing. I mean, that's really it. And there's a lot of people I feel like there's a lot of people that'll watch this game. I really do. Because the thing about this game is that it's fast and it's colorful, and that you see different characters on the screen at different points in time, and the top players really know how to optimize their movement and their switches. And so I think people would actually watch this game. I think that the game is in good standing, honestly. Yeah, people flock to the best in the game, but I honestly think that this is a game. The one reason I've always liked Storm 4 is, especially with this patch, is that I've always felt like I could really win with a good amount of characters versus anything. Sure, that some things are harder than others, and there's also awakenings like Madara, but ultimately, you know, it just comes down to that. And so I guess I don't want to ramble and drive this video into 20 or 30 minutes, but essentially, yeah, I guess my point with this video overall was, I mean, we can't deny there's a problem with the community, and I think that moving forward, if you want something to happen with the Storm community, it really starts with itself. You know, there's a lot of issues we got to fix, or really one main issue, and, you know, I think once that is fixed and we actually come closer as a community, I don't know, things will get better, just like it did for the Melee community. I mean, I don't know if you guys are familiar with Melee, but watch the Smash Brothers Melee documentary. Amazing documentary, and definitely inspirational to this community, because Melee, before it was getting 50,000 pot bonuses into their summits and 20,000, 30,000 pots into their major tournaments, it was just locals. It was just community that kept it alive. And it's crazy. They kept it alive until 2013. They got their shot at Evo, and then the game exploded. You know, the game exploded. And then that led to other things. And we're actually close to the release of Smash Ultimate, a highly anticipated sequel to Smash 4, and the next installment in the Smash series. And that's actually really huge. And that's going to help out Melee a ton. Smash is going to be huge next year. Mark my words. It's going to be undeniably big. So if you're wanting to get into that, I would advise getting into it now, while the cost of entry is low, in a sense of where everyone's going to be starting off on the same playing field. I'm not saying you can't catch up, but, you know. Anyways, this video is not about Smash. It's about community and actually being a community, because at the end of the day, that's the only thing that is going to keep this game alive. You know, it's the only thing that's ever kept the Storm games alive, is a community. And so I think that that's something that we can't lose sight of, and that people really need to take a step back and go down. Like, you know, what am I doing when I talk trash to this other person, or when I upload them to YouTube and quote unquote expose them? Like, what am I really doing to the community, you know? So yeah, keep that in mind, and I guess be kinder is all I'm trying to say. I hope you guys have enjoyed the uploads so far. I plan on uploading consistently up until possibly Friday, and I actually have a special announcement coming. Probably, I don't know, Thursday. It just depends on when I feel like uploading it. But it's a pretty big announcement. It's actually going to directly affect my channel. It's going to affect my channel in a huge way. So yeah, if you're interested, stay tuned for that. And yeah, I hope you guys are enjoying the content so far. If you have any suggestions, leave those. And yeah, Mysterious Man Toby signing off. Thank you guys for watching.